Weak ads die, strong ads get you leads. And if you're having a hard time getting leads, it might be time to switch up your messaging. So today we're going to go over a little bit on how to craft advertising that moves the needle so your business can thrive. Let's go.
It's the Mammoth Plumber Paradox with Tyler Williams, the marketing man.
Okay, so my business works with plumbers, and we've seen a little bit of a hesitation that I think is worth addressing when it comes to sometimes what you have to do in marketing in order to try and get your business to generate leads, to get your marketing to do what you want. We see a little bit of resistance from people who are wanting to just keep course with a certain form of messaging, and it's time to shift the message. It's time to shake the trees, do something more aggressive. What I want to do is talk to you a little bit about like when and how you should need to go and be more aggressive. And then I'm going to give you a really good example of how you can take something that is comfortable for you to try, but change the way you present it. Your customer, okay, is in your market. All right. Now she, usually it's a middle-aged housewife, is on her phone all the time. This is her phone, and she is looking at it, and she's always seeing ads for plumbers. Each one of these P's is a plumber, and I will tell you that this is light. There's usually more plumbers in market than that. So what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plumbers. Let's add one more to make this easy math. 10 plumbers. Okay. Now, in most markets, if there are 10 plumbers, and you start advertising, you're going to get attention, right? Now, the problem is that's not most markets. Those are rural markets. Most markets have probably anywhere from 5 to 10 times plumbers in this. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. But every time you up that factor, even if it's only by 2, your marketing gets 50% harder. You go out into market, and some of these people are going to be branded really, really well. Some of these people are going to be doing community service. Some of these people have built years of recognition into their market. And if you just started, you don't have that luxury of recall. So you have to start building it. And that's where the brand awareness comes in. But I'm talking about offers and leads today. You all have to be more aggressive than the people who have solid brands. So you got to get attention another way. So that might be like, okay, we're going to spice things up, and you start adding a couple things to your business, right? Okay, so now there's 30% of you have spiced things up, added something to your business. So now you are stronger than the rest. Over time, what ends up happening is everyone starts spicing up. Everybody gets branded, everybody gets a new website, everybody like hires a social media manager, starts posting a lot, starts doing memes, all these things that marketing works and helps push you forward. Except in dense markets, it might not get you everything that you need. And that's okay. But you got to try these things to see what their effect is. So what do you do if you've done all these things? If you're like, listen, we've tried everything. What else can we do? We need to get leads coming in the door. This video is sponsored by Mammoth Marketing, and it's my own marketing agency that I developed just for plumbers. At Mammoth, we help plumbers harness their marketing to build their company from nothing all the way to 8 million and beyond. We offer plumbers free consultations to go over their marketing and help them find the exact next steps that they need in order to grow their business. To schedule your free consultation, go to mammothforplumbers.com and we'll see you there. Let's wipe away this board and let's talk about how to craft an offer that actually matters to somebody. So you got to remember that Sally, she's the one that you got to get the attention of. So let's say water heaters. Every plumber I know wants to do water heaters and would love even more of them because great margin, right? So if you have a water heater service, water heater installation, let's say, okay. You could say, sweet, let's attach an offer to that. Let's sweeten the deal. Awesome. We're going to advertise our water heater services are $250 off this week only. Okay, cool. You've even added urgency. Good job. I'm proud of you. Okay, except you do it and still not enough leads come in. Those other 10 plumbers in the market are also running this thing. And I have a good example of this on my phone. I have a screenshot that I think is worth seeing. There are 2 ads in my town of 2 plumbers offering $99 plumbing repair diagnostic. Yeah, that's both of them. Both of them are running the exact same headline. And I'll tell you what, a lot of you are thinking that, oh, I added an offer And so I should get leads, right? Except your marketing never exists in a silo. It exists right next to another company just like you. So how do we twist this? How do we change this so it's unique? So if you are Googling, water heater installer inside of your market and you see two ads that pop up like those $99 diagnostic ones, is water heater installation $250 off, call today. I have seen similar things where there's like 3 plumbers in the market and there's 4 spots on Google and they all look the same. So what do you end up doing? You end up looking at reviews and things like that and making a choice that way. There's another way to do this. There's a way to change this. So what if your ads didn't say $250 off? Let's just X that out. What if your ads were quite a bit more dynamic and talked more towards the homeowner and says, we'll offer you water heater. We'll get you hot water within 1 day, or what do you think the or should be? This is where consequence comes in. Or we will book you a hotel room for that night. Now, so chance you might be taken advantage of and people will just sign up for your offer in order to get the hotel room? Yeah, that's what disclaimers are for. That way you could say, hey, you have to do this. It has to be 50% down, whatever. If you can't get your water heater in there. But also, let's reframe this. How much is a hotel? Well, if you're a cheapskate, it's going to cost you like 70 to 90 bucks a night. Maybe not in this economy. But if you want to treat a family really well, you could say, we'll give you a $250 room and it comes with a free meal. Now, what you are doing is you've reframed your water heater service as something that actually takes care of the customer. And that is very, very different than saying, we're going to save you $250. Instead, we turned our service into a better service. One that if it doesn't work out very well, we're going to take a hit. And because of that, your offer is going to get a lot more powerful because you're approaching the same problem with a unique spin. So now let's give you a couple other examples, and I have them written down here because I couldn't remember them off the top of my head. So let's take leak detection. We find and fix leaks. That's what a lot of people are saying, right? Well, what if you say, we locate your leak without tearing up a single wall, or the diagnostic is on us? Easy way for you to say, listen, we're going to treat you so well, and we're going to avoid this situation, but if it does happen, we got your back. It's service forward. It's great. Now, upfront pricing, which honest pricing, ethical pricing, integrity, those are all things every single plumber is saying into the market. So if you're saying it and you think that your customer gives a hoot, they don't. All right, honest, transparent pricing. You approve the price before we touch a single pipe. No surprises. And no, it's complicated. That's upfront pricing. That is a way to say upfront pricing in a way that the homeowner understands is clear, right? That one's pretty easy. Now, that's not even an offer. That's just sort of like re-explaining and reframing what you have going on. So these are the things that I think you need to be thinking about is, okay, how do I get more aggressive with some stuff? And a lot of people, I run into this where I'm like, hey, what if you do this instead of that? What if you switch this up? So, oh yeah, we're going to get you a hotel if that way at least you can get a hot shower, right? Well, they don't want to do it. Why don't they want to do it? Because it's hard. Because it means that they have to have a process and a flow in their business they didn't count on. But why is it important that you start looking at your business in new and unique ways? Is because you need the customer to pay attention to you. And when they do, you could take a click on Google where you might need, let's say you need 10 clicks to get a single lead, okay? And each of those clicks is $50. Well, then that lead cost you $500, okay? What happens if you have an offer that gets 10 clicks, but you don't need the clicks are cheaper. So what if those are, I don't know, $20 clicks? Well, then you just took your advertising cost for that customer down by $300. That's why you can afford to give them $250 and you keep $50 of that. So that's the way the cookie crumbles and that's the way things work. So if your marketing is not working, Start getting aggressive with offers. Figure out ways to shift and poke and prod the market in order to do things that might make you a little bit uncomfortable. One of the biggest things that I've seen lately is the $99 drain cleaning, right? Hey, $99 drain clean. We'll show up and we'll clean your drain. Okay. Well, a lot of people are telling me that's impossible. It's not impossible because we see it in just about every single market. So what you can do is you have to change the way your business approaches those drain cleans. Maybe you only do 5 or 10 a week or a month or whatever at $99, but your ad is still getting the attention. And as long as it explains, hey, call today, 10 slots available, $99 drain clean, call for availability. You're getting them on the phone and you're getting rapport going. And then chances are at least 1 out of 10 is going to be a $1,500 job, $2,000 job instead of a $100 job, right? Because you're going to train your technicians to be looking for other opportunities that serve the homeowner, do it ethically, and do it responsibly. So that is a little bit about offers and possibly what you need to do to shake your marketing up a little bit. Now, marketing is a series of experiments. You're going to find that some things will work for you, that work great. You're going to find that other things that worked for others don't work for you. And what you do is you lean into the things that you find that work and you keep on going. So I want you to take a look at your marketing with new eyes. Go back and see if there's something that you can do to spin or shift the perception of the market so they pay attention to you, so you get more leads and you're building the business that you actually are in business to get in the first place. If you need any help doing this, go to mammothforplumbers.com and you can talk to my team. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out with me.
This is the Mama Plumber Podcast with Tyler Williams, the Mama Marketing Man. OMG, this is going to be great. La 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 la. This is a Mama Plumbing Podcast with Tyler Williams, the Mammoth Marketing Man. OMG, this is going to be great. This is the Mammoth Plumber Podcast with Tyler Williams, the Mammoth Marketing Man. OMG, this is going to be great. La 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 la. OMG, this is going to great.